Good morning, traders. It is Wednesday morning, and I'm in the Euro pound short. Just want to go over quickly my high time frame analysis for doing this. This chart on the weekly came up off a combination of the Kijun and the Tinkin, made a nice impulsive candle, and hit the Kumo. So I have been trading until today. I've been trading the Euro pound long. It also hit the 50 moving average and went a little bit deeper into the Kumo, but clearly hitting resistance and showing some divergence on our 522. What caught my attention this morning was the 4-hour impulse down and breaking below this trend line on the 4-hour. Again, you can see the 522 divergence. Here's our hourly chart divergence as price made new high here, and price running out of steam, losing energy, lots of small candles, and then starting out to break out to the short, coming down, making an attempt back, and actually coming back up to the Tinkin before making a lower low. We are in the Kumo on the hourly, which means there is some support that it is having to fight through, but I'm looking for price to take me down all the way to 73. Here we are on the 30-minute, important chart to me as a day trader, and we have the Tinkin coming down through the Kijun, a nice cross, and both pointed down, which paves the way for further short momentum. We also have the stochastic now hitting the slingshot position. So I don't know how long we'll go before price starts to make any significant rally. Obviously, I hope not much, but on the 30-minute, if we got up to the band, we would have a slingshot happening right at significant level where the 30-minute Kijun is, where the 55 EMA, and where this trend line is. I'm hoping we continue down, but if I were to get stopped out or close this trade, I would be looking at the 30-minute later in the morning. Okay, price has been consolidating and starting to break out a little lower, coming down to 73.84. So I'm almost up 10 pips on my 4-pip stop. When I get to 12, I have a 3-hour trade. It doesn't take much when you're able to do a precision entry, and on most pair I do 7-8 pips. On the exotic currencies it could be 13. That's why I like to trade mostly the cheaper pair. And on the Euro pound, I've traded as low as a 3-pip. I'm usually somewhere between 3 and 5 pips on this pair. It runs in tighter ranges, so I'm able to keep my risk tighter. In terms of targets, when we look at the 4-hour, we have the Kijun, which will be significant support, and then we have the 50 moving average coming in below that. Let's take a little better look at that chart. As we come down, we're running into a prior area of consolidation, so unless something happens to really put power behind this short move, I have to expect that it's going to slow down in this area. So the 73.50 I think is where I would hope to get it initially. On a 4-pip stop, I don't need to get greedy. I just want to emphasize that. I can't emphasize it enough. My trading is all about my rules, and when I have a 4-hour trade, I want to protect that. My goal on each day is somewhere between 3 and 4 hour. Some days I get lucky and do much better than that, and then I have other days like yesterday where it's like pulling teeth because I started late. You know, it's my own fault. I didn't get here when there's more energy in the market, so I paid a price for that. But as we come down and get close to this Kijun, I'm going to be more aggressive about possibly closing this trade out. It's not about milking every pip for me. It's about getting in and out of trades on a timely basis. I just trade a few hours a day, and I want to get my share, which for me, 3-hour, 4-hour is fine. Don't ever let anybody make you feel bad for a 1-hour trade, a 2-hour trade. You're taking pips out of the market. If you have confidence, then you're able to raise your risk systematically. That's really the beauty of the precision entry trading strategies. The one that I use is momentum based. There's other people that trade different things and use small risk, but small risk and managing your risk is the key to being able to continually raise your risk and make extraordinary returns. We're just a couple minutes away from the hourly close. I just want to show you how it looks like this is going to close. Impulsive move down. If we close anywhere near to the lows of this candle, then that should bring in more selling activity, and then I would be looking for price to get down to the perimeter of the Kumo, which is around 73.70, and then hopefully take it on down to the 73.50 level. Here we are in the 5-minute coming into the hourly close. And here we are in the 30-minute. You can see we did back off a little bit, but not much. I'm expecting for this to bring in more selling activity. We've hit the 73.80 mark. I'm still waiting for price to come down, hopefully to the 50 level, but once I get to that 4R, which on a 4-pip stop is 16 pips, and we're getting very close to that, I'll get more aggressive. We've hit as low as 73, 78, so 15 pips for me. Anything over 16 gives me that 4R, so I'm watching this pretty closely. I've got the hourly chart up, so you can look over here at this prior price action, and this impulsive candle gives me hope that we're going to get down to this 50 level before we run into more serious support. Okay, we've hit 16 pips, which would be a 4R, so I'm going to get aggressive on this. I've also opened a long on the pound. Here we go. I'm in at 81, price is at 94. Again, I'm not going to get greedy on this. It will add a little to my return on the day. Okay, I have closed this trade. My trade was closed at 0.7375. That gives me 18 pips on this trade with a 4-pip stop, so a little over 4R on this trade.